Hello and welcome to the last self-improvement video you need to watch. No more wasting time. No more staying up till 3 a.m. watching other people improve, live their life in Dubai. No, instead, you now can have results and be able to get those same levels and honestly change your life and have any single thing you want if you just watch this video. Attention is an incredibly hard thing to do these days. I don't blame you with TikTok and short form content. Your brain might be fried, but if you are really serious about wanting to change and to get those results and to finally be the person posting about how you've won, I want you to try your hardest to lock in. Watch this video in 2x speed if you have to. Pause, take notes, come back, stretch, whatever you got to do, get through this because I'm going to show you exactly how to actually change. And this isn't just something that's worked for me. This is something that's worked for all of my different clients. You guys can see as we go through some of the wins here for Kwafi, Chad, Courtney, we got Ariana, John, we got a bunch of people that were helping out with this exact same strategy. And I'm actually giving it away to you for free in this video. So I want you to lock in with me here. We're going to get some sauce. I know this is looking like Algebra 3, but don't worry. It's going to be very simple. You'll understand. So who am I? Quick 20-second intro so you understand who's telling you. My name is Arias Williams. I am a change coach. I help people get through the fear walls in their life so they can improve their business, relationship, or health and make long-lasting change. Not change that lasts while you're motivated, not change that only works on good days, the real deal stuff. And I want to teach you that today. So this is the fear wall equation. And I want to explain what I'm talking about here. So up here, we have a lot of different things going on. When we have the X, right? We have our negatives. These are bad things. Our Y's are positive. Good, good, happy, go lucky feelings, right? And now, are you guys tracking with me? Attention still good. All right, cool. So when we look up top, this is the equation for change. And up here on the top of the equation, you guys are going to have to bear with my poor ability to write. We have our thoughts. And the reason why they're up top is because thoughts precede every single action. If I were to reach through this YouTube video and punch you in the face right now, I believe if you were to somehow be able to punch me back through the screen, that it wouldn't be you or me punching each other. That is the reason that we punch. I know what I'm saying is that when you get hit, you have a thought about that. And the thought says, well, I didn't appreciate Mr. Spaceman punching me through the screen. I'd like to hit him back. And that causes you to make a action. Okay. We're all tracking with me so far. I can't spell, so don't worry. And in the middle here, we have the choice line. And this is important. And also in the middle here, this is where we have something that I want you to get very familiar with called the Apple voice. And what I mean is on the count of 3, I want you to say the word Apple without saying it out loud. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay. Now that voice, nobody else can hear it. Your parents, your enemies, your lover, the neighbor across the street, the person you're staring at right now, right? All those people can't hear your Apple voice, but it controls everything because inside that Apple voice is where you actively make decisions in the choice line into what actions you're going to have. So as we covered, the X is the negative. We're not happy. Our thoughts aren't happy. I can't do this. I can't make it. We're thinking things like, I can't afford my life. I can't, I've tried other programs and they didn't work for me. I've tried to do meditation and journaling. I've tried to do different things and nothing's been able to work. And so therefore I'm making a choice and I'm going to take an action that's also negative. I'm going to continue to make poor choices about my health. I'm going to continue to compare myself to other people on social media. I'm going to continue to not keep making money in my business. And therefore my business is stressed out. I'm stressed out. There's no money. The kids are fighting, right? These are things. I'm going to keep not hitting my goals. I'm tired of watching 17-year-olds in Dubai. Like all of this is where we are at. And this is the start. And this is the reason we all click on these videos and watch and binge self-improvement videos till we go blue in the face. Now, in inverse to that is the finish. Yay. And it's where your goals are. This is where we have these positive thoughts. We're super happy. We have everything. I'm abundant. I am actually rich. I can have a business that makes $25,000 per month, every month. I have tens of thousands of subscribers. I'm making a positive change. And because of that, I got lots of bread. I'm helping people. I'm taking action. I'm driving the car I want. I live where I want. My family can do what it wants, right? This is the goal, the dream, the life. This is what you see 24/7 on social media. Now, Why is it that it's so difficult for human beings to go from over here to over here? And if you look in the middle, we got some questions about why one's positive, one's negative, because this is where all the sauce happens. This is where the problems come, and this is the infinite circle of hopes and promises and dreams, and where they all come and grow or die. This, my friends, is the fear wall. Fear wall, fear wall, right? Now, what we have right here is something that a lot of people mistakenly don't know about, and they allow this thing to beat them up. And this is the secret assassin to all of the things you're trying to start. Every time you're in this part of your life and you're like, yo, you recognize that you're in an X over X situation, you're able to say, I actually don't like where I'm at. I don't like what I'm doing. I don't want to be here. And you're able to start to visualize this goal over here. You reach this area. This is where you are motivated. Try to type as fast as I can with this thing. All right. You guys get the point. This is where you're motivated, but you haven't quite reached it to this Y over Y level. Now here is why, because we have this big wall of fear, and it goes something like this, where it has these different lines. And right, and inside the wall, if we can zoom in here, we have a lot of different fears that kind of hold us back from getting to this point. We have the fear of uncertainty, and you guys can figure out the rest. Isolation and uncomfort. Yeah, you got it. Okay. Don't need to spell. We're uncertain about how to get here. We feel isolated and alone because maybe our friends or family or whoever is not also on this journey. Maybe you are the only person in your life who has a positive mindset. You work harder than most people. You do things more, and you want to get farther than the people in your circle. So they don't understand why you're watching videos like this or trying to meditate or journal. So it causes you to feel isolated. The uncomfortability comes in when you're doing shit that you've never historically done. To begin meditating, to begin going through these type of mental health practices that I insert into all of my clients' lives so that way they can get better. My client Coffee, who I have his picture pulled up, he literally started to practice a mental health practice 2 times a day and went from having no job, not a place to live, to having thousands in his bank account and a dream job, relocating him to his dream city, all because he was able to understand how the fear wall works every time he tried to get his dream life. You see, the problem that happens is when we try to go over and we get to this motivational stage, each time we're tested by fear. And nothing in this world is real until you have still done it and gone after it and taken the action steps that you want in your dream life after you were uncomfortable, isolated, or uncertain if it would actually work. Once you continue to do it anyway, it becomes that much harder to get you to stop. And the reason what happens is people will start. So say you're trying to start a business. You go, listen, you watch this video, you say, hey, I've always wanted to start a home service business or something that I can do with low cost to start. It doesn't take me a lot of time. I could start it with my other job and I could start to stack money and then eventually turn it into a full-time career, right? You're going to be motivated. You're going to start looking up different things. Okay, I can start a food truck company. I could maybe do pick up trash service. I could pick up dog poop. I see one of those around here. It's a great business model. I could mow lawns. I could do whatever I need to do so I can start seeding my dream life, right? When you start to do that, there's going to be things that come up that get in your way. I can promise you, I can really bet $100,000. Anybody who's ever tried to start a business, make a life change, fix their relationship, fix their health, has dealt with a fear wall. And what happens is as we get closer to our goal, the fear walls get bigger and harder and more scary. And when we have a wall that we think is too big to deal with, we start to mistakenly, with the Apple voice, take the wall and put it on ourselves. So when our business starts off and there aren't clients flying in the door right away, we say, well, I must not be good enough. I must not be able to do this. When in reality, it's just the fear wall, the uncomfortability of needing to figuring out your offer, needing to figuring out your marketing system, right? These are the things I went through. And when people can't handle the pressure, they run back and they loop and they go through this cycle 100,000 million times until they get old and don't have any more time to cycle through. And they sit there and wonder why they never reach their full potential. And the main reason why people go through this loop so many times is because this path right here feels psychologically in the beginning good. This path feels bad in the beginning, but in the long run feels good. So they're vice versa in the long term. So in order to actually move your life and get to your dream life, you must go through the fear wall to make sure that you really are the identity of the person who has the Y over Y result. And I hope that as you're watching this, you can start to relate and see the areas in your life that are just fear walls that you've allowed through not your own fault, but through following the good feelings to put you back in. Because here's the thing, no matter how negative this is, we still aren't uncertain. We know exactly how bad it is. It's what we've been used to for our whole life. We're not isolated because, hey, if I want to eat like dog shit food, so does everybody else in my family. Or if I want to smoke cigarettes, so does everyone else in my family. Or if I want to just work for a job that never pays me my worth, so does everyone else in my family. So I might as well do this. Even though I don't really like it, even though I sit at bed at night and wonder and pray, like, what could I do? Right. And I used to be just like this. My client, Kwafi, who I just told you is the same way. He would tell me, yo, listen, bro, I know meditating is the way. But every time I have a hard day and I hit these fear walls, I just stop doing it. And so we simply replaced that in his business, and that changed the main thing for him. So I want you guys to see right now that the easiest way to make a real life change is to have such a clear vision over here on your Y over Y that when the fear wall comes up, because it will, you do not resist the urge. You're able to resist the urge to run back to the X over X. You understand that this isn't you not being able to do this. This is just what happens when people try to change. This is the natural equation. All of these influencers that continuously make videos after video talking about all this stuff. The truth is, you just need to get through the fear wall. You just need to take action, and then you need to have faith that you have already completed your dream life as if you're there now. Because here's the secret. When we're over here and we are the most comfy that we'll ever be because we know everything that's going on, it's what we're used to, it's what we've always done, we're the farthest away from our goal, but we might feel the best. And when we're the most scared, we're the most uncertain, we feel the most isolated, the most uncomfortable because we're chasing something bigger than ourselves that's aligned with our purpose, that's going to take us to the next level, that's when we're actually there. The fear, the anxiety, the what do I do, the putting out fires, that's where you're getting close because it's testing you. And then once you can say, hey, even though this is uncomfortable, even though I'm scared, I'm already grateful because I've achieved and I know that I'll have my Y over Y. I know that it's already existing. I know that I already have a business. These walls will come flying down. And once you break a fear wall, it takes a bigger one to hold you back. So from this video, you guys, I'm serious. You don't need another self-improvement video. You have two choices. You can either A, start to work on this yourself. Start to get a clear vision of where you want your life. Be very clear and upfront and honest with yourself about where you're really at. Don't say you're fine if you're fine. Don't say you're happy with the money if you're not. Like, just be real. And then we identify the different fear things that are holding you back, and you need to put in a mental health practice so that way you continue to stay tapped into the grateful feelings, stay tapped in, living into the end. And the second option is to come and work with me inside our True Diamond Mindset program, where we take every single person, we get one-on-one, we go through this exact same thing with what you want. And we not only craft a exact diagram as to what's holding you back so you're clear and we can be very honest and no longer can say, hey, it's just me, I must not suck. You'll be able to have a clear roadmap as to exactly what you need to do so that way you can get through this wall and not keep getting smacked by it and not keep running back. You can come book a call below and work with me one-on-one in our program where we've got all types of results, just like we said, okay? Like, let's go through here and look at some of the results from Mr. John, who was in business in the roofing industry for 30 plus years, getting absolutely waxed over there because they had bad business partners. He had an industry that required a lot of overhead. And so when he finally got out, he was scared to be able to go start something new. But we removed the fear wall. We got him locked in on his new path. And now he's set up to do some crazy numbers this year inside his new business that we're getting ready to launch. Chad was literally going to get fired from his job that made great money because he could not stop going through the fear wall and getting irritated and agitated about where he was. And now not only is he up like 8 pounds in lean muscle from going to the gym every day, he's the most positive person in his workforce and is getting moved up and told that he's on the way for leadership. Is crazy. Courtney, one meeting and she was able to stop freaking out about her massage business and able to get the pricing that she really wants and have clarity on her roadmap for her business. I mean, and the list just keeps going on. You guys can come follow me on Instagram, ask me any more questions. So at this point, you guys have absolutely everything you need to be able to be successful and start the true path of self-improvement. But I want you to understand, it's just a fear wall. It's not that you can't do it. So peace, love, and prosperity, and hopefully I'll see you on the call soon.